There you go. You go right there.
Why is that so big from the other time?
You think it's too big? No, it's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here.
It's big for some reason.
Oh wait, let me see. Let me see. Actually, let me send it first.
I stepped Ecuador.
You don't want this chair?
Yeah.
You get that chair. You'll be more comfortable. Plus, you'll be on YouTube. You can be like, you're the first YouTuber with a rocking gaming chair. A rocking hammock gaming chair. No.
That's a better option.
It's the new Xbox. Oh crap, what happened? Oh, I accidentally sent the invite.
Huh? Oh,
I sent the invite by accident. Is it
the
working?
stream on?
Yeah, mine is. Oh, let me check on the thing. Hold on. Let me give him the controller. Here's Jenna.
Controllers for him.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Wait, can't you just do on the TV?
Do what on the TV?
I want to do it like this way. The speaker. Nah. Okay. I know.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Let's go, fellas.
These are different plays than what I use.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Jackson being chased out left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Yeah, he's on.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Eric Kendricks able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go, defense.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And Diggs has it. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 45 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Exactly.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the interception, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, let's get there.
Cousins now. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassel. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Here's Cousins, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They're running it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Cousins gives way to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Oh no, I couldn't move, I think.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He may try and run for this. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Why am I so good?
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Not this again.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well, as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking for more on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to find another down.
They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run here with Ingram. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go. Here we go. Right, 54.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
What we got?
Draw play. Ingram now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll throw again. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake. Cousins. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That was fucking perfect.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Jackson steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
Why?
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Good game.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
You know you got beat by an 8-year-old, right? Marinate on that. I was cringing to watch.
I can't roll, but I can't roll.